Good evening, folks, and welcome back to the Drunk Debunk Show. Tonight's episode isn't about satellites or gravity or lunar eclipses. It's about something much more powerful. The F12 key. Yes, apparently I've hacked someone's YouTube channel using browser tools designed to preview fonts and CSS shadows. Apparently, editing HTML in your browser is now considered a cybercrime if a flat earther sees it. Strap in, guys. We're about to break down illusion, denial, and digital paranoia like never before. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to go over what is the inspect element. The inspect element tool is built into every major browser. It allows you to see and temporarily edit the code of any web page on your own device. It's like drawing a mustache on a magazine photo. That photo in the real world, unchanged. But to our flat earth friend Vlad, I apparently used inspect element to change someone else's YouTube channel. That's not misunderstanding tech, that's mistaking Microsoft Paint for a missile launch system. If HTML editing is hacking, then every 12-year-old who made their MySpace profile pink in 2007 was an international cyber terrorist. The second thing I want to go over tonight is the psychological profile of projection and paranoia. Now, there are 4 sections to this, and we're going to go over projection, cognitive dissonance, in-group, out-group dynamics, and delusional grandeur. When someone falsely accuses others of hacking just because they saw some HTML tags change, we're not dealing with technical ignorance. We're dealing with psychological defense mechanisms. Projection is when conspiracy theorists accuse others of what they themselves are doing, lying, manipulating, or hiding information. It's not uncommon for someone spreading baseless claims to call everyone else a sheep or accuse mainstream science of deception while they're the ones twisting facts or cherry-picking data to fit their worldview. When the world doesn't seem to align with their beliefs, conspiracy theorists experience mental discomfort. Cognitive dissonance, if you will. Instead of adjusting their worldview, they contort reality to maintain it. For example, if a flat earther sees a satellite image, they must claim it's fake CGI rather than Earth's curvature. In-group, out-group dynamics. This is about tribalism, us versus them. Conspiracy believers often form tight-knit communities where disagreement is betrayal and outsiders are seen as threats. This dynamic reinforces loyalty and discourages critical thinking, because questioning the group means you might get kicked out of the echo chamber. Delusions of grandeur. Many conspiracy theorists cast themselves as brave whistleblowers or misunderstood geniuses. This inflated sense of importance shields them from admitting error. After all, how could they be wrong if they're the only ones who truly get it? They see themselves as chosen to expose the truth, while the rest of us are just blind followers. The third thing I want to go over is the email that Roger That sent Vlad. Now, we're going to read the whole email, and I'm going to point out things that Roger That said that really resonate with the actual situation. It's an all too common sight to watch a man shrink into the smallest version of himself at the mere suggestion of an honest, civil conversation. That's exactly what happened on your last stream. I've never been rude in your channel. I never crossed any lines. I approached you respectfully and arranged a debate, one you were already aware of through prior conversations with Max, and yet you responded with hostility. Here's the hard truth. The problem with most flat earthers isn't that you understand science and came to a different conclusion, is that you had nothing going on in your lives. Lonely, bitter, and disconnected. You found a makeshift family in flat earth. It didn't matter that it was built on lies. It gave you something to belong to. That's what you're defending, not truth, not evidence, not science, just a sense of community. One that tolerates your arrogance and lets you preach nonsense without question. You can't defend flat earth with facts, and you know it. You defend it with emotion and ego because facts would destroy your entire identity. You're no different than Mikey Smith. Except he actually had the balls to talk to people. Say what you will about him, but at least he wasn't a coward. You are. You blocked me, then ran your mouth for 5 hours behind that wall. That's not confidence. That's cowardice dressed up in delusion. You pretend to be something you're not. You lie to your audience. You lie to yourself. You spew misinformation with a straight face, and the only thing holding your narrative together is a hope that no one calls you out. Well, consider yourself called. You're not a truth seeker. You're a con artist clinging to a fantasy because reality didn't have a place for you. Keep hiding behind your block button in your echo chamber. Just know this, every time you open your mouth, you confirm exactly what you are. A fraud, playing pretend. Terrified of the day someone smarter walks through your front door and flips the lights on. That's all you are. You're small and you know it. That's why you won't debate me. You'll be found out quickly. Okay. All right. Now I don't know if this is the whole thing, but I'm gonna read the rest of it. So Vlad responds to this email with, "You're on an agenda. I've asked all of you to state your business and you refuse. You're wasting our time and we will no longer have it. Please do not." It says EMA, but maybe whatever, he had a stroke before hitting the send button. Roger that then responded, "I stated repeatedly in your chat and again in this email that I was there to set up a debate. Are you slow in addition to being intellectually dishonest? All you had to do was match the respectful manner in which you were asked and decline my offer. Instead, you chose to get triggered and turn your chat loose on me like a fucking toddler would. You sit there on your stream and call everyone a liar. Look in the fucking mirror, Vlad. You're nothing but one. You got some serious issues, all of which offer a window into why you're an angry, lonely little man. Get fucked, Vlad. I'll be out there. You chose poorly, and now I see you the same way I see Arwen. Ask around what happened to his channel. Make sure you stay well within YouTube's TOS, or you're going to remember my name for a long time to come." Now, he didn't show this whole email. I mean, he showed it, but he didn't read it out. He didn't, because he didn't want anyone to see it. He just kind of skimmed over it. It's amazing, really. Well, let's continue. There's some points that I want to point out on this email. One of them being the lonely, bitter, and disconnected. That's something that he has completely admitted to at the beginning of the stream that we got this from. He goes on to say, "I've lost out on relationships. My family won't talk to me. My friends won't talk to me. You think we like being flat earthers?" That's every single flat earther's same exact story. Same exact story. We don't feel bad for you. You're looking for sympathy from somebody, and it's not going to be us. It's not going to be the people that understand reality. Because the reality of the situation is you are decidedly stupid. Now let's continue. This email, the first email, wasn't hostile. It was honest. And like most truth bombs, it detonated at the doorstep of someone not ready to confront their own fragility. What followed was 45 minutes of unfiltered emotional catharsis. Vlad couldn't disprove anything in the email, so he dismissed it with one word: hate. That's not a rebuttal, that's a tantrum. He read an articulate critique like it was a death threat. Bro, it wasn't a manifesto, it was a mirror. You just didn't like what you saw. The fourth thing that we're going to go over today is the hacking incident. Vlad claims, along with PJ and all these other freaking idiots, that I, myself, or my colleagues have hacked YouTube channels by using dev tools. That's like saying someone rewired your home because they turned the thermostat down. No passwords were stolen, no data exfiltrated, no exploit executed. Just fear, plain technological, illiterate fear. I didn't hack your YouTube channel, Vlad. I right-clicked on it and changed some text for a screenshot. Your cybersecurity strategy can remain the same, hiding behind a ban button and a bathrobe. All right, so this one is a multi-part section. It's section 5. Flat Earth as a coping mechanism, and we're going to go over alienation, anti-authority identity, community belonging, and ego validation. When someone says, the world lied to me, they're not talking about science, they're talking about life. Flat Earth fills a void. It gives purpose, identity, and fellowship. But here's the truth, that belonging isn't built on discovery, it's built on rejection of experts, of science, of dissent. And when that gets threatened, like it did in that email, the walls go up and suddenly inspect element is a cyber weapon. Calling someone a hacker for editing HTML is what happens when identity and belief become indistinguishable. To question one is to threaten the other. That's not science, that's religion without the theology. So why do people believe the earth is flat? Spoiler alert, it's not because they measured anything. Let's break this down into 4 psychological drivers that tend to orbit the belief system, and none of them will involve telescopes. Alienation. A lot of folks who fall into flat earth ideology describe a long-standing sense of disconnect from institutions, from society, even from the people around them. The modern world feels overwhelming, confusing, and worst of all, indifferent. Flat earthers offer a world where you matter, where you figured out something everyone else missed. Anti-authority identity. This isn't just about distrusting science. It's about distrusting everything. The government, education, NASA, Big Globe, TM, and anyone with a lab coat or a title. Flat Earth becomes the ultimate rebellion, a middle finger to the man, even if the man is just your high school science teacher. Because if you can't control your rent or your job or your health care, at least you can deny gravity. To some people, NASA faking the moon landing is more believable than their uncle posting a fake Facebook post, because one's personal and the other one is authority. Community belonging. When people feel left behind by society, they often look somewhere, anywhere, to belong. Flat Earth groups offer camaraderie, live streams, jargon, and jokes. They become a support group for people who never felt heard. It's like a fandom, but instead of Marvel movies, they're watching plane flight paths and screaming at globes at Target. And finally, for this section, ego validation. Let's not pretend this isn't fun for them. Believing the earth is flat makes you special. You're the lone voice of truth in a world full of sheeple. You're Neo, you're Galileo. You're the hero of your own YouTube comment section. It's the dopamine hit of being right without needing to be right. So when we ask, why do people believe in flat earth? It's not about evidence, it's about identity. It's a cocktail of isolation, rebellion, belonging, and a whole lot of self-importance. Less about facts, more about feelings. Let's go over the things that we learned tonight. We learned editing HTML is not hacking. Projection isn't a personality trait, it's a defense mechanism. No one's trying to destroy you, you're just not used to being challenged. If your belief can't survive a debate, it's not truth, it's comfort food. Vlad didn't get hacked, he got humbled. He just didn't recognize the feeling. Instead of confronting it, he labeled it an attack. Truth doesn't fear inspection, lies do. So to the Foundry, if any of you are watching, I want you to know no one's afraid of your truth, it's just not truth. And Vlad, if you want to debate, my inbox is open. No name calling, no dev tools, just facts, logic, and spicy charisma y'all pretend to hate. Until then, this is the Drunk Debunk Show reminding you, if your belief system can be hacked by a screenshot, it was never secure to begin with.